Sleigh Bells are an American duo. They are Alexis Krauss, who sings, and Derek Miller, who plays guitar and produces. They were formed in 2008 and are still going, and they're known for their overdriven noise pop. They've released 6 albums so far. Hi, my name's Dan, and this is a review of the album Tweets by Sleigh Bells. It was released in 2010 and was their first album. It's my first encounter with them. So both Acclaimed Music and Wikipedia claim this is noise pop, and I am not going to disagree with them, although I couldn't draw the line of the limits around noise pop if you asked me to. But there's certainly kind of pop elements, and there's certainly noisy elements in here. Mostly, this is just guitar. Sometimes it's more than one guitar and drum machine. Although some of the what I assume is sequence drums sounds less drum machiney and more real drums, and singing, which is electors. And so I'm aware that I use in these reviews the word bombastic a lot for music, to mean music that kind of gets in your face. And because it's a good word for that, I think. And I want to say, I think that this is one about the most bombastic thing that I've ever heard. It's really very much in the way it approaches you. Mostly, it's kind of it's not just aggressiveness though. It's about confidence and a kind of supreme confidence in itself. Um, so mostly it's got quite simplistic hooks and rhythms, but also this feel comes about because it's deliberately overdriven. And when I say overdriven, I don't mean the kind of overdrive you get from a nice warm valve amp that people like Jimi Hendrix pioneered, and that kind of crunch sound has been replicated by effects pedals for years. This is the harsh, overdriven sound that you get when somebody pushes the needle on the recording equipment deliberately and, in this case, ridiculously into the red. So it's topping out all the equipment, topping out the possibly even the medium that you're recording into, and yeah, digital stuff has a top like everything else does. So um, there's a lot of this pushing to this distortion. Mostly the singing is the exception to this. She can sing quite nicely. She's got a kind of girly voice actually at times, and I think this is a deliberate contrast to the noise and the kind of bombastic feel of the rest of it. So mostly it's, I would say musically, it's hooks rather than even a chord sequence, and it's very repetitive. It's got kind of an electronic approach to the music musically, and then it kind of rolls on and keeps doing the same thing. Um, Currently, or not currently because I'm not listening to something right now, but in my notes. So my notes are on the screen down here. As I made these notes, I was listening to the track AB Machines, and that track has 2 lines of lyrics. It's the 2 lines are got my A machines on the table and got my B machines in the drawer, and it does those over and over again. And I think they're the only 2 lines of lyrics in that song. That's quite indicative of the depth of the lyrics on this album. Is not about deep lyrics generally. What is that about with the A and B machines? Answers on a postcard, if anybody knows, or in the comments down there. Probably a bit more convenient than postcards. Um, I'd love to hear if anybody's got any thoughts on that. So back to my response to this, I've got mixed feelings, and it's. Uh, I mean, often enjoy it when I get mixed feelings, but possibly I'd like it more if it was less overdriven. Um, I well, that is part of the sound and part of the ethos. I admire the kind of industrial, bombastic feel of it, but sometimes I think it's just a bit too much, and I don't know if they dialed back the distortion effects. If I'd like it more, I kind of liked it, and I kind of didn't. Yeah, mixed feelings. So ultimately, I have to say, on balance, I probably wouldn't come back to it by choice, and that tends to indicate for me, that's where I barrier between the sixes and the sevens is, would I come back to it and listen to it? My barrier between the seven and the eights is, would I like a copy of this? So it's not hugely under seven, but it is still under seven at a 6.8. That's what I think of this album. I'd love to know what you think. Your opinion of the album, any thoughts you got about this album, any memories you got that are inspired by this album, anything you want to say about Sleigh Bells, anything you want to say about this review or the channel. I'd love to hear from you. But that's it from me for now.